If you enjoy reading books, smoking weed, and listening to podcasts about both, then listen to Literature with me, your host, Joanna. Every other Sunday exclusively on the Journey into Comics Network at journeyintocomics.com. Let's sit back and get lit.
The following is a Journey into Comics Network production.
To a nicer guy, it couldn't happen.
I am the man of the hour, the man with the power.
Diamonds are forever.
He put hard times on Dusty Rhodes and his family.
And what you gonna do, Andre?
History beckons the Macho Man. Yeah.
The best there is, the best there was.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
Two words for ya.
Woo!
And just a man. The champ is here.
Do I have everybody's attention now?
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Journey into Wrestling, a very special episode 15 of Season 2, the WrestleMania Go Home Show at its very special time and place. We hope this episode finds you well and well before the action starts before NXT. Nate is with me here today, as of course. So how's it going, buddy? How's it going over there?
NXT. I'm so jacked. I can't wait for it to be time to watch that. But I'm going to be playing a show, so I can't be in two places at once, unfortunately.
You know, and that's why we're doing this kind of late on Friday evening, going into Saturday morning. We are going to go almost kind of right into it. We're going to be talking about, like, the card, making predictions. The cards are finalized. The Hall of Fame's happening tonight. I haven't seen much of it yet. I plan on watching some of that tomorrow. So
I saw Mark Henry crying.
Yeah, well, I mean, I saw a little bit of Jeff Jarrett and the Road Dogg singing "Be My Baby Tonight" or "With My Baby Tonight."
Mm-hmm. Also, isn't Jeff's wife? Wasn't she Kurt Angle's wife?
Yes.
Oh, that's fucking awkward as fuck. I mean, I feel like there was real life heat between them.
Well, it kind of had to subside, and because it really had to, because they worked together right after. So,
shit, that's crazy. Man, it's WrestleMania weekend, Brando, and I'm super jacked, and I don't even know where to really begin. I don't know if we want to start with the NXT stuff or we want to jump into WrestleMania stuff. Or
let's go with the NXT stuff. I mean, you didn't even know they were doing a North American Championship, which is their new second title for NXT.
Yeah, they're like essentially their first Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, what I like about it is it is like a mid card or under like the main like kind of like an undercard title, but the design of it is very old school. It's very kind of like a hint, like a look back to some of the older regional promotions. And I really dig it.
Oh, man. Let's see. There is only 5 matches on this card.
Yes, but almost all of them are going to be worth watching. Of course, we have the big grudge match. It's unsanctioned, so that's pretty much what they call a grudge match these days. Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa. If Gargano wins, he's be reinstated. If Ciampa wins, he is banished forever from the land of NXT. Be a fun match to watch for sure.
So it's interesting because either way that can go. Either Gargano is gone and goes up to the main roster, or he's back in NXT doing work for a while and continuing that feud. So it's a win-win. Good call there.
Exactly. And, of course, with the injury was it Bobby Fish?
Yes.
Adam Cole is going to be pulling double duty because he's going to be in the ladder match to crown the first ever NXT North American Champion. Adam Cole, EC3, Killian Dane, Lars Sullivan, Ricochet, and Velveteen Dream. That'll be a great match. That is the required ladder match for the WrestleMania weekend is being held on NXT this year, which I'm not upset about because it's like for a while there, WrestleManias had just Money in the Bank matches, ladder matches. Is like, man, they're cool, but after a while, you've kind of seen all you can see, and so I'm kind of glad that it's not on the main thing this year. But Adam Cole's pulling double duty because he's also going to be teaming up with Kyle O'Reilly. And this is a double, man. Winner take all. Triple threat. Undisputed Era, Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly versus the Authors of Pain and versus Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne. The winners will be crowned the new NXT tag, or, they will be the tag team champions. And also the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic victors for this year. That's going to be really cool to watch. We're going to go to predictions here in a second when we go back down the card. But Ember Moon defending the title against Shayna Baszler.
Good call. Shayna Baszler. What is she? The Queen of Spades.
Yeah. Then, of course, on Andrade Cien Almas defending the NXT title versus Aleister Black. So, let's go right back down to the beginning. Gargano and Ciampa. Of course, this feud has been building since last year. Unfortunately, when they did the split, Ciampa was injured. So we kind of had to wait. But sometimes waiting makes it all the more sweeter because now here we are, WrestleMania weekend. These two guys are going to have a hell of a match, I guarantee you. Nate, who do you got taking this one home?
It's interesting here because, like I said earlier, what's up, kitty cat? We're trying to talk about Gargano Ciampa. They used to be best friends, and now they fucking hate each other, okay? So anyways, Johnny Gargano, I believe, needs to move up to the main roster because I feel like Johnny Wrestling has made his name, and he's kind of spinning his tires. I don't see him going on to win an NXT World title. Not that he doesn't deserve to win it. I just feel like it's time to bump him up to the next level, and really maybe Tommaso Ciampa would not be too far behind him in that regard. Do you squash the feud that quickly? Maybe not. But I think at the end of the day, ultimately, I pick Johnny Gargano to actually win and stay in NXT.
I think he kind of needs to win. I think he needs a feel-good moment. Ciampa could still get some of his heat back and not let it be a complete happy moment for Gargano. But I think I think he definitely needs to win here for sure. I'm with you on that.
Unsanctioned means that it's like no DQ, no countouts.
Yeah. Unsanctioned is just a classy way of saying, well, this is going to be dangerous, and he's not technically under contract, so we don't officially recognize this match. It's just a play on words, really. But unsanctioned usually means that kind of anything goes.
Well, I'm actually curious, Brando. Who do you got for this ladder match to crown the first NXT North American champ?
Man.
It's a fucking stacked match, bro. I mean, there are literally 6 guys that could become the first North American champ. Like, feasibly, any one of the 6 could walk away with the title.
It's like, do you give it to Adam, especially if another team is going to win the tag titles?
Yeah, but
have him. Because Authors of Pain won the Dusty Rhodes thing last year.
Yep. I like this rogue-ass team of Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne. We'll get to that in a second, but back to this ladder match, man. Look at the tenure. There's really only like 2 tenured guys in NXT that are in this match for this North American title, and then everybody else has had success elsewhere. Well, I guess except for Velveteen Dream, really. I guess he's pretty much an NXT-made star as far as I know. Was he anywhere else that you can recall other than like Indies before he started in NXT?
I think the Velveteen Dream gimmick is WWE Performance Center born, but I don't know if he was anywhere else, to be honest with you. I don't know.
Okay, I can actually probably just click this thing right here and look it up. So, but like you look at it, and Lars Sullivan's been around for a hot minute. Do you give him a moment in the sun before he gets shipped up to the big leagues if they need him? Is he just spinning his tires in NXT for the rest of his career since he's, I think he's an older dude. He's got to be getting up there a little bit.
All right. I'm giving it to Adam Cole.
Okay, you're taking Adam Cole. Baby. The guy who wrestles as Velveteen Dream, Patrick Clark Jr., who was born in 1995, let that sink in, did Tough Enough in 2015, which was the 6th season. He was one of the favorites to win the competition. He was eliminated in the 5th episode due to a perceived lack of humility, placing 9th overall in the series, and then appearing in 2017, or in 2015, he started doing stuff for NXT to now. So he's pretty much a WWE made star at this point. So that's cool. That's Velveteen.
Who do you got?
Who do I have in this match, man? Honestly, I think the title was created for him. I'm going to go with EC3. I really think that he's the kind of guy that he comes into a company and they go, man, we've been trying to do another title and it'd be cool if we put you in the mix. And then now they've got all this great talent. I mean, all these guys vying for this spot. Anything coming out of this match in the NXT North American Championship match, whether it's Adam Cole versus EC3 furthering a feud, or whether it's EC3 Killian Dane, or Adam Cole Ricochet, or Velveteen Dream EC3, or Velveteen Dream Ricochet, or Lars Sullivan Killian Dane, the fucking matchups are endless within the match, but then also the spin out and the fallout from who wins this belt and then where do they go? Because they got to keep it going. They can't just say, okay, well, someone won the title. We're fucking done caring about it now. They have to kind of do something else with it. So looking forward and what might be, I think I'm actually going to go, EC3 is definitely my pick. He's the guy. They picked him to win a title, putting him on TV at the last big Takeover event and teasing him, and then now he's been in the company for a little bit doing work since the end of his run at TNA, or Impact Wrestling, as it were. Yep, EC3. Let's move on to this tag match, Brando. Triple threat for the tag titles and Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Trophy. We've got Undisputed Era, Authors of Pain, and then Strong Done. Who do you have?
Undisputed Era.
Really? So Adam Cole is going to just be doing work. This will be a match. That's interesting because that'll be, depending on where they put that, that could be the first match of the night, maybe, the tag match first.
Well, they could do the ladder match first, or they could put the tag match next to last. What I want to see is Adam Cole barely make it out of the ladder match with the winner.
Okay.
And then he's going to come in because they've been building up, basically William Regal putting him in a tough spot.
Always, yeah.
It's like, pick one, or do both. And now he's doing both, and it's almost like he's the victim. But then, in true heel fashion, he wins. And then they win. So now, he's holding up all the trophies going, what now? And then that's when William Regal's like, what now? This what now? And then brings out somebody to challenge him or does whatever. I think this gets the Authors of Pain ready to come up. You could keep them strong by having them not eat the pin. You can have them pin Roderick Strong. And maybe set up something there with Pete Dunne. But honestly, I think they need to take both, man.
Who's currently, is Pete Dunne still currently UK champ?
Yes.
Okay. So yes, I would love to see Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne have a lengthy feud.
Well, they've already wrestled for the UK title once, I think.
Yeah, and that was just a blow-off match that happened. Well, not really a blow-off match, but it was one of those.
It was like a one-off.
Yeah, pre-show match for Survivor Series, or was it Rumble? I think it was Survivor Series.
It was something, or maybe it was for one of the. You know what? I think it was one of the pre-show matches or something for one of the takeovers, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but Ember Moon, Shayna Baszler.
Also, just so you know, I'm picking Undisputed Era also to win.
Okay. Sorry, totally skipped over you.
It's okay. That's great. Back to Ember Moon, Shayna Baszler. I'll be quick here. Shayna Baszler wins. It's time for Ember to come up. We need more blood in the water up in the main roster. We need more fighting faces. Ember is a killer, phenomenal name in NXT, and I think this is her swan song match, and we're going to get into that with another match here in a minute as well. What do you think, Brando?
I can see Ember Moon retaining here and staying maybe at least until the summer. There's another takeover in Chicago.
Yeah.
Coming up in June.
Yeah.
Maybe drop it then. Because Aleister Black is going to beat... I have him beating Almas.
Same also as well.
I really feel like they're going to take Aleister Black and make him the face of NXT. And he's going to go head-to-head with Adam Cole at some point.
Amazing feud.
In a huge match. But I think they're going to call up Almas. And, yeah, Aleister Black gets... I mean, that match with Aleister and Velveteen Dream last year...
Phenomenal.
Oh, dude. Edge of my seat. I was enthralled by that match.
Totally. And you wouldn't have expected it. You know, you just are uncertain of that kind of match. It was such a sleeper, and then it was so action-packed and just brilliantly put together. I mean, they told a phenomenal story in the ring, and it was great. I think that Almas being kind of the journeyman here, being in NXT for so long here, like 3 years he's been in NXT or more. Mm-hmm. And, when he got the championship, my first thought was he's not holding it long. Of course, I kind of thought Drew McIntyre maybe would end up taking it and winning it back. We'll talk about that later, too.
He's almost ready, if not clear.
I heard clear. I heard 5 names that are clear. We're going to talk about that here in a bit on the show. But I love Almas. I love Aleister Black, and Aleister Black winning that match is a no-brainer. It's his made moment. As long as he stays healthy, it's going to be badass, him winning, because it'll be a fucking hell of a match, hard-fought. Almas will go out there, give his all like he always does, and it'll be close, and you'll think that Almas is actually just going to still be champ. There's no way they'll call him up now, and obviously he's going to win. And, Aleister Black will pull some crazy shit out with some crazy footwork and win the match. And it'll be brilliant, and people will freak out and love it. I'm really looking forward to watching NXT, which is going to have to happen literally right before I watch WrestleMania. So I'm in for the long haul on Sunday.
So you said you had some names that were cleared. Let's go ahead and talk about that now before we head over to the Mania card proper.
Sure, let's discuss these names. How about Jeff Hardy? He's been cleared. Mm-hmm. We don't know if he'll be used. We're uncertain of what happens. Maybe he appears in the Andre the Giant Battle Memorial. Maybe he... I don't think that he would be Braun Strowman's mystery partner, but weirder shit has happened. I don't know. Big Cass is returning. He's ready to go. But they're actually going to go back to calling him his real life name, which it's Cassidy something.
Colin Cassidy.
Colin Cassidy, thank you. Another name, very, 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 very good to note. Samoa Joe has been cleared and is good to go.
So, if we go by Vince's love of just calling people by one name, Colin Cassidy is eventually just going to be called Cassidy, and Samoa Joe is just going to be called Joe.
Yeah. Does that mean
this corner, Joe?
Does that mean that Jeff Hardy would just be Harvey?
Harvey,
versus Dandy.
Versus Dandy. Harvey versus Dandy. And in this corner, Woken.
Sacco.
Diggity dog. Sacco. Oh, man.
Yes, you have it down so good. Another person. Big Show. That'd be a great mystery partner for Braun Strowman.
Mm-hmm.
Huge dudes. It makes
all right, so
Cesaro and Sheamus losing makes them look less shitty because those dudes are huge.
All right, so we're gonna run down the card. The card on Mania, or on Wikipedia, has this in a really weird order.
Hold on, I can actually send you a really dope picture I saved if you want the card in a really cool fashion. That's less
okay.
weird.
I mean,
right now,
it's
boom.
fine.
It's already there. Bam. It's already to you. Happened 10 minutes ago. It happened yesterday, last year, 14 weeks ago.
Now, see, that's just going to get confusing. I'm not looking at that one.
Okay, fair enough. I like it.
All right, so Andre the Giant, you called it a battle memorial, which made me giggle.
We'll talk about saying things in a bit, too. Don't let me forget that Braun Strowmanism.
Not at all. So, okay, so this time I'm not going to run down the whole card because there's 15, 16 freaking matches. So we got 3 matches on the pre-show. The first one is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I'll tell you who I got to win this.
It is?
Big Cass.
In a surprise return. That makes sense.
He comes back. He's cleared. They have a history of not doing anything with people who win this. Sometimes it means something, and sometimes it doesn't. Look at Cesaro. They did nothing with him that year. And then this past year, Mojo Rawley, they did even less with him than they ever did with Cesaro. So,
didn't Baron Corbin win one, too?
Yeah. Baron Corbin won one, and he kind of hung his hat on it for a while. Kind of helped him get him a boost up on the main roster. But I'm thinking this is going to be his big comeback. Boom, boom. He's a big dude, tossing people out. Of course, you could tell a story with Woken Matt. Maybe Woken Matt has a little feud with Cass. Honestly, I would just call the dude Cass.
Yeah.
Don't call him big, because they want to change his name because they want to get away from the Enzo stuff. They want to completely erase that from your memory. Big Cass never happened. But I just think Colin Cassidy just call him, if you want to call him the one word, just call him Cass. But he's my pick. Big Cass, Colin Cassidy, Cass, the Cass.
Like the Dandy. The Cass.
I wish the Dandy were in the match.
Casso. I don't know why that popped in there.
Oh. Who do you got, man, for the Battle Memorial?
My Battle Memorial pick is probably going to be I feel like Big Show, actually. I feel like he's going to return there and win it because, of course, he is the next living giant next to the last living giant. So
yeah, I mean, they gave it to Big Show at 31. By all means, give it to him again. The next one, the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, formerly known as the Fabulous Moolahs.
Not no
Battle
more.
Royal, but not no more. So this is pretty much a match for all the other women who don't have singles matches. It's the very first time we actually have Nate in a long time.
Multiple women's matches on WrestleMania card.
Well, not just multiple, 2 singles matches that mean something, and not just like a big tag or the Miss WrestleMania Battle Royal that a dude won.
Okay.
But I feel like whoever wins this could use this as to be the next challenger for whoever wins those titles later on. So
Becky Lynch is my pick. final
God
answer.
damn it. I'm with you. That's exactly who I was going to say, Becky Lynch. I
Has
was
to
like
be.
trying to decide between her and somebody else. I'm like, all right, no, I'm going with Becky, and then Brando
Brando.
said it. So
I don't know if you know this, but she's their golden goose. If it's a first, they want to typically give it to Becky. A lot of things she's been close to winning. She was didn't she enter number 1 in the Women's Royal Rumble? Wasn't it her at number 1, Sasha at number 2?
maybe,
Yeah. And she lasted super long and was almost at the end and could have won the whole fucking thing. I mean, she was the first women's SmackDown champ. Yeah, Becky's awesome, man. I think it'd be great to see her win that. I'd be totally into that.
tournament final to crown the new WWE Cruiserweight Champion, Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa Ali.
I'm taking Mustafa Ali all day. Great worker. I know Cedric Alexander could be champ. I feel like he's already won it once, though. I think he's already maybe a one-time champ. He took it from Rich Swann or somebody around that time. They shuffled it around real quick for a hot minute.
I'm going with Ali, too. 2 in a row, we are in agreement. Definitely. Get the championship on a nice, cocky, entertaining heel, and then try to build 205 Alive around the dude. And then, that doesn't mean that Cedric can't have some rematches. Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. If Owens and Zayn win, they get rehired to SmackDown.
There's an interesting rumor about this match, Brando.
Yeah.
Shane's betrayal of DB.
Yeah.
I feel like that's cannon fodder. I feel like somebody put that in the pipeline to throw everybody off, because I think what's really going to happen is that they're going to beat Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and then they're going to get drafted to fucking Raw. Or they're going to go to Raw.
Get drafted because they won't be hired. So they just,
yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
though.
I mean, well, and that just makes sense. It just makes total sense that they would just go to Raw. So, yeah, and then there are some people thinking that Bryan's going to turn heel here, and I'm just like, dude, that would just
fuck up this feel-good
back,
story.
Yay. And, well, I mean, it doesn't make any damn sense. The fans don't want to boo Bryan.
No, they're going to want to cheer him. You're right.
So, it's right there. That is like going against the grain altogether. And Bryan's another merch seller. All he needs to do is wear some merch.
Yep.
And if you want to get him back in the ring, so I mean, you could have them win. It doesn't make any sense for Shane to turn after what Owens and Zayn just did to him. And it doesn't make sense for Daniel to turn because they just beat the crap out of him too, tried to end his career right when it just got started again. So, like, I see this as a straightforward feel-good moment. Daniel's comeback, plus they kind of thwart Owens and Zayn, and they're left wondering, oh my God, what are we going to do? And then they get hired by Triple H.
Yeah, of course.
Kurt Angle, Ronda Rousey versus Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. I see this ending one way.
Yeah, Ronda pinning Steph.
I want her to break her arm.
Holy shit. Like, for real?
No. Like
Break
work
her
it.
arm. Work her arm. I gotcha.
But, just like...
I don't know if
like,
Ronda knows the difference.
Well, like, you remember when Brock broke Triple H's arm?
Mm-hmm.
I want to see, because, I mean, they're going to tease it, and you're going to get a little bit and whatnot. Stephanie's going to get her licks in. Fonda Rousey's going to unload. And when she does, she breaks Stephanie's arm. And it gets her over like a fucking hot seat. And Stephanie swears vengeance against her.
Yeah.
And it sets up the feud to keep going where she's injured. She can't fight anymore.
Who's going to be her knight in shining armor and fight for her?
Shayna Baszler.
Oh, that's sick. That is sick, Brando, in the best way. That is fucking cruel and sick, and I love it. I love that. Side note with Ronda, did you hear who she really expressed interest in working with in WWE?
Paul Heyman.
No, more than that. She named somebody specific.
Who?
CM Punk.
Not going to happen.
Well, as of right now, it's not going to happen, but I don't know, man. If I'm salty-ass CM Punk and Ronda Rousey says, I'd love to work with him, I'm thinking, that's a motherfucking payday. I'll sign up. Like, put that bullshit aside.
He's
Let's
currently,
go.
I mean, again, he's currently still in a lawsuit, and I just don't see him ever coming back, if not for like when he's way older and for a possible Hall of Fame payday.
77-year-old CM Punk finally buries the
Still
hatchet.
salty as a motherfucker.
He's like...
Still hasn't got his goddamn ice cream bars.
And he sits down on the stage and does the pipe bomb too, but there's only one problem. He can't get up.
So I assume you have Angle and Rousey for this one too?
Easy peasy, man. There's no question. You don't ever book this to be Ronda's first match and have her lose. That's foolish as fuck.
Usos versus the New Day versus the Bludgeon Brothers for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Triple threat.
I know how this goes.
Who do you got?
I have the New Day and the Usos working together to destroy Bludgeon Brothers. I think that's been kind of the thing. Bludgeon Brothers has beaten the shit out of everybody else for a long time, so now they're going to have to work together, and that's going to be the story. Right now they're working together as best they can to beat the Bludgeon Brothers. Once they are eliminated from the equation in whatever shape or form you can do that, legal means or otherwise, then the Usos and New Day can revitalize their feud and have one hell of a send-off match at the end of Mania. Of course, making it still amazing that the Bludgeon Brothers are a part of it, but I don't see the Bludgeon Brothers just coming in, fucking squashing everybody and it being the end of the match, you know.
The two teams work together to take out the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah.
And then they start taking each other out.
Yeah.
But they can't get the job done in time.
Oh, shit.
And the Bludgeon Brothers come back in. And at this point, they've already weakened each other. Bludgeon Brothers take the tag team titles.
Ooh, I like that, Brando. I could see that. However, I really want to see the New Day get another feel-good moment, so I want to see them win the titles at Mania. I love the Usos, don't get me wrong, and I also like the Bludgeon Brothers. I think they can do a lot of great things. Also, did you know, what's it, Eric Rowan? Which one's not the redhead? Well, not the red beard.
Harper?
Luke Harper? Luke Harper's in a movie. Did you know that? He was on some podcast, and now he's in some movie, and he's actually credited as his non-wrestler name.
Cool.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I just saw it on some video. Sorry to derail that. Who do you have in this match? Bludgeon Brothers, I take New Day. Where are we going from here, Brando? To the other tag title match?
Cesaro and Sheamus defending the Raw tag team titles against Braun Strowman and TBD.
They're about to get these hands, and I can't believe TDB has made another appearance on a WrestleMania card. This is a record number of TBD card numbers appearances.
You know, yeah, definitely. Was that TDB Yoga?
Yeah, TBD Yoga. We still are to be determined on what we're going to call it.
TDB Yoga.
Stretching and shit.
Stretching these hands. And, yeah, Braun Strowman and TBD take it. I've heard rumors about who TDB could be. The two biggest rumors, numero uno, is Rey Mysterio.
That'd be cool.
Especially if Mysterio's still hurt. You can let Strowman do most of the work. The other one is Big Show. Either way, it's cool here. I've also heard a rumor that maybe Elias, but I would rather see one of the other two, to be honest with you.
Cool. Well, you're speaking on Braun Strowman, so let's hear this Braun Strowmanism that's just absolutely stunning, Brando.
Speaking of getting your words mixed up and saying them wrong in like your sentence.
Okay, so I'm going to play
Battle
this
Memorial.
This is from an interview with Braun Strowman. WWE Now did. Kerry Kelly did it. And they're talking about the great city of New Orleans. And Braun, out of character, drops this gem.
Great place. The food's amazing. And so far, they've opened us with welcome arms and kicking WrestleMania off with a bang.
Have you gone to any...
They've opened us with welcome arms. Oh, that's great. I can't believe that's just a fucking amazing fuck up. I feel like sometimes Braun Strowman in the future going forward in our existence, we're going to be like, man, he's kind of like Psycho Sid sometimes. Sometimes he just doesn't get these hands. He just gets these words fucked up.
That you are.
And
I have half the brains that you do.
Oh, Psycho Sid. Legendary fuck
I
up.
love
Wait, can
how
we cut and do
how
that again?
Hall and Nash are just like, what? Anyway, Charlotte Flair versus Asuka.
Come on. The Empress of Tomorrow. Because
Asuka.
nobody is ready for Asuka.
But is she ready for a cash-in attempt? Is that going to happen?
I don't see that happening. We're going to get into that in a second because Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax is another match that's happening on this card. I feel like Alexa's going to squeak by and win. But then Nia's going to squish her and crush her and jack her up. And then Carmella's going to cash in on Alexa. Because you cannot put Carmella in the path of Asuka and then make her be the first loss for Asuka. It would totally derail and ruin everything they're building.
Well, see, I was going to have Carmella cash in on a weekend to Asuka and then lose.
Oh, shit. But then she's the first chick to get the fucking briefcase, and then she's a loser.
Well, I mean, she wasn't the first chick to. She wasn't the first one to win the women's Money in the Bank. James Ellsworth was.
That's true.
So, I mean, this whole thing has been kind of like. I kind of see it like Charlotte, Asuka have the knockout, drag out match. They're both tired. Charlotte shakes hand. Here comes Carmella. Hits Charlotte. Hits Asuka. Cashing in. Of course, the match can't start until Asuka's on her feet, right? She's on her feet. Ding, ding, ding. As soon as they start, she goes in, swings for Asuka. Asuka ducks, shoves her. Charlotte kicks Carmella.
Ooh.
Asuka, armbar. Boom. Charlotte costs Carmella.
Her cash in. Ooh, I like that. I also could see it going the other way, though, too.
Possibly, yes. Because the thing is that they've been doing this whole bully thing with Nia, and it's like it.
Mickie James costs her the match. After the match, she beats the shit out of both of them. They're both laid out. Then Carmella has the feel-good moment of the cash-in. It kind of shifts her from being a full-blown heel that still has some fans behind her to really push the crowd on her side. She's a new face on Raw where, I mean, let's be honest, they don't have as many talented chicks. I mean, they have just. I feel like they overall have less females on the Raw roster than they do on the SmackDown roster. I feel like the SmackDown roster is a little more stacked. But yeah,
I think I'm still gonna have to go with Nia. I think my gut is with Nia. I think she's gonna win.
Yeah,
I think so. I could see it going your way, but I want Nia to win.
Well, I feel like if we lock those, man, I just feel like if what you're saying is how we're going to play this, all 4 major titles change hands at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Has
and then
to.
both tag titles.
Yeah.
And trust me, it's hard, and that's why Randy Orton's retaining the U.S. title.
Ooh, that one hurts. But I think it's because Jinder loses. Jinder takes the pin. He needs to be the one to take the pin.
Because a lot of people are thinking that Rusev is going to get it here, and it would be a big moment. The crowd will go nuts.
Save it for Tuesday.
Well, and the thing is that
make it a rematch.
This can honestly go either way. Like this feud is not really hot, but it's also relatively even. So, like, Bobby could win. Jinder could win. Rusev, last-minute thing, could get a huge pop.
And totally fucking win.
Yeah, but I think when you're looking at, like, how many titles, almost every single title on this card has a legitimate reason for changing hands.
Literally every title that the WWE has to offer is on the line.
But I mean, like, every single one that is here, it has a legitimate reason for changing hands. As in, like, well, I can see this happening. But so then somebody's got to retain, and I think Randy's that guy. I mean, and I also have, for this, I actually chose the Bludgeon Brothers to win the tag titles. But there was a version of that in my head where I had the Usos basically with one hand covering the New Day, retaining the tag titles.
Last second.
Well, it was just like they are just absolutely destroyed. And the Bludgeon Brothers are so focused on destroying the New Day that one of the Usos just gets one hand on, so that could happen. But I think I'm still going to go Bludgeon Brothers. I think they're going to try and put those guys over. But I'm going with Randy for the U.S. title.
Okay, sticking with Randy for the U.S. title. I'm going to say Bobby actually wins. Give him another glorious moment. I know that means that, again, almost every title seems to be changing hands, at least by my periph. Same level of title. Some would argue it's a little bit more prestigious. I'm looking at you, Mr. Miz. IC title. Who do you have in that barn burner? Definitely going to steal the show. Match of the night match. Man, again, there's another match of the night match happening later on, too.
I could see the Miz taking it, but I also see Miz taking a little bit of time off.
Miz is champ, right?
Miz is champ.
Okay.
Miz just had his daughter, so I could see them giving him a little bit of time off. Finn, yeah, Finn makes the most sense.
Has to be Finn. He hasn't had that title yet, right? He hasn't been an IC champ.
No, but I mean, it's not that Seth isn't deserving of it, but I would make. They're doing the whole superstar shakeup, and I want to send Seth to SmackDown.
Yeah. Oh, so he can rival with AJ. Oh, my God.
Well, I think they're going to send AJ to Raw.
Fuck that, bro. I mean, it makes sense because he's like the top dude. I get it.
Essentially, you send AJ to Raw, you send Seth to SmackDown. But yeah, give it to Balor.
Cool. We only have 3?
2 more. Well, okay, yeah, because there's one that's not on the card, so we'll do that one. Undertaker, Cena.
American Badass Cena.
American Badass Cena. I've actually heard that since Cena has been acting all like a badass, that Taker's been doing his impression of John Cena and has been there the whole time. He just can't see him.
Oh, man, that's great. John Cena was in some sort of thing. It was like the internet asking him a bunch of questions and shit or whatever for some recent press tour he's doing for the Blockers movie. Mm-hmm. And one of the questions was like, what is the most powerful move in wrestling? And he was like, well, one would have to argue that, and stay with me here, but this is the most powerful move in wrestling because with that one motion of you can't see me, I've just now made myself invisible. I mean, have you ever been online and seen a picture where someone's like, look, it's a picture of me and John Cena, and everyone's like, I don't see anybody standing there, but I remember standing there, but apparently I'm not standing there in the picture. He's just playing on the fact that everybody jokes that you can't see him in any of the pictures and shit because of sarcasm and whatnot.
I think I honestly think the match happens.
You think they ring the goddamn bell and do a match?
Yes, and I think Taker wins.
Well, clearly Taker wins if the match happens. If the match actually goes through, Taker wins without question. My thing is, will the match happen, or will we see a delay and this be a once in a lifetime, a thrice time thing?
Dude,
35 is next year, man.
Between now and 30, I know, but anything can happen. And if Taker's training, like he's training to get dirty, so let's do it now because I've actually been kind of entertained by the build-up with Cena. He said some pretty cool one-liners. and kind of like edge it up a little bit.
Stop
it now.
posting workout videos on your wife's Instagram.
And,
Damn.
Left your hat in the ring, but left your balls at home. I love that line.
Home run.
So let it happen, and let's do it. Taker wins.
Okay, I agree. John Cena's going to be in the ring.
Title.
John Cena's going to be in the ring though, and all of a sudden, Kid Rock is going to walk up to the stage, and everyone is immediately going to know what is coming, unless he's behind a fucking sheet. And then Kid Rock will be doing his best John Cena impersonation because you can't see him.
Oh, man.
Sorry, I'm the worst.
For the WWE title, AJ Styles defending against Shinsuke Nakamura.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Shinsuke wins this match.
Nakamura, yeah, absolutely.
But do you know what's great about that?
Huh?
That actually drives their feud even greater because now Shinsuke's beat AJ twice. He's got his number not one time but 2 times, and both times were on the biggest stage in they possibly could be for a wrestling event.
Yep. The only thing that would make this better is if that match went on last, but no. Universal title match is going on last. Lesnar versus Reigns. There's only one way this goes.
Yeah, Reigns wins.
Yep. There's no other way. Like it does not compute.
What if Lesnar wins and then the next night loses?
I don't think it would be next night level loses. I think he would have it for a little bit longer because he's not going straight back to UFC.
Yeah.
But like, if Lesnar wins, that is almost Undertaker level of holy shit.
Yeah, it would be unprecedented. But again, they keep trying to swerve us, man. Look at what they did at the Rumble. Made us think one thing was going to definitely happen. And if Reigns gets in there and is just kicking the shit out of Lesnar, expect Lesnar to probably win that match, And it'd be a shock. Because then Reigns didn't get it done. But then Reigns is like, no, damn it, you disrespected us, and I want one more match. This time I take your title, and you're gone. Pink slip, bitch. Pink slip city, bitch.
He could say, you know what? All right, you got me. But I took a piece of you with me. And because, obviously, if you're going to have Lesnar win, you don't have Lesnar dominantly win. You have him laying You have him laying on the mat with that belt in his hand, breathing heavy, with Heyman congratulating him, and that look in his eye like shit.
Next time this happens, I can't be so lucky.
Right, that. That's the only way that you can do that because then that helps protect Reigns, especially if you're having Reigns kick out of F5s. And really take Lesnar to the limit. And then it seems like Reigns doing his Superman thing, kind of coming in at the end, hitting these punches, hitting these spears. And as soon as he goes to hit that last one, boom, caught. Bam, F5, 1, 2, 3. Crowd goes nuts. Everyone's like, holy crap. And Lesnar's like, oh, God. And then, whether you carry that all the way, how long you carry that out, I don't know. I don't know if you can take that all the way to SummerSlam. But you might be able to get to
Extreme Rules.
Well, Extreme Rules or maybe Money in the Bank or somewhere.
Everything's dual branded this year too. Right?
Yeah, because I don't know when Lesnar. I've heard rumor that there was a chance they could keep Lesnar till SummerSlam, and if that's the case, awesome. But all the stuff I've been hearing is that he's done after Mania, so obviously that leads to a Lesnar or a Reigns win. But I would love there to be a Lesnar victory because I think it would swerve everybody. And if you do it right, because the thing is, the fans are going to boo Roman.
Oh yeah, it's coming.
But they've done such a good job of building this damn thing, though.
True. Almost again single-handedly. Mad props to Roman Reigns and John Cena for running single-person programs into WrestleMania, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, really.
Yeah, no, both have been on top notch. Both are, equally deserving. Like, Reigns deserves the win this year. Like,
yep.
You could definitely argue, okay, the Taker match, did it help him? No. Was it, should it have happened that way? And then you can actually sit there and debate that. But this year, like, there's no other way. Like, you can do the swerve, yes, but Reigns deserves to win. If Lesnar is leaving and is not going to be around, Reigns is supposed to be the new top guy. Obviously, he's in the last match. He's main evented the last 4 WrestleManias. Cena has been involved and has not been in the main event. Reign Romans.
Reign Romans.
He's the guy, and like, this is gonna cement. Well,
would Reign Romans theme be donut, 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 donut?
It just reverse it.
It's just all ass backwards and quirky. It's like the Fool's Week of we're the only podcast that survived Fool's Week unharmed. Every other show got messed up, but somehow here on our Saturday night main event, we are still here. I mean, I think the worst thing that happened is we got bumped a couple days.
Yeah, we definitely got bumped a couple days, and I'm definitely trying to keep this podcast under an hour, so that way you guys can start this at 6 p.m., an hour right before the NXT Takeover. We're at 50 minutes right now, Nate. I think from top to bottom, this is one of the best WrestleMania cards that they have put together in a long time.
Stacked with a capital motherfucking S.
And I mean, there's so many dream matches on here. There's so many awesome show-stealing moments. Like, there's no way Charlotte and Asuka don't deliver. There's no way that Bryan coming back isn't a good moment. There's no way that Rousey isn't a big moment. There's no way that, that the AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura doesn't tear the house down, and same with the whole like the triple threat and fatal 4-ways. There's a chance those could be really good matches put together too. So,
the thing is going to be, how long do these matches get?
Oh, dude. Well, here's the thing: Mania is going to go from 7 to midnight.
Holy shit!
In fact, the pre-show starts at 5, and then the show starts at 7. Ends at midnight. It's a 5-hour show.
Hot damn, bro. It's going to be a long wrestling night for wrestling. I'm stoked.
Well, thank you guys so much for checking us out tonight. I hope you guys enjoy NXT and WrestleMania. We're going to be back on our regularly scheduled programming on Wednesday after the WrestleMania fallout of Monday and Tuesday. We're actually going to drop the episode on Wednesday evening. It's going to be a late release, guys. But we want to be able to have watched both and get together and have a chance to just review both. That will be our Season 2 season finale.
Heartbreak.
But we will tell you a little bit more about what we're going to be doing on that episode. And that doesn't mean you're not going to get the random, hey, this big thing happened, let's get together and talk about it type thing. We might do a special every now and again.
Absolutely. There's always room for a special.
We're definitely not done. We're not. Yeah, we're not done. We're not going anywhere. We're just going to take a little bit of breather on this show and, let wrestling take its course. And if there's something we need to talk about, we're definitely going to talk about it. So, but I can't wait for Mania. I can't wait to, honestly, Nate, go to bed so I can get up and start watching Hall of Fame tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, man. It's time. Tomorrow I got a long, busy day of traveling. Got a lot of traveling to do, going to Columbus, Ohio. Well, so I'm actually already in Columbus, Ohio when this is dropping. I'm probably just getting there in real time. So that's timey-wimey and stuff. Anyways, as always, folks, check us out on all the different social medias. Facebook at Journey Into Wrestling. On Twitter at JiW on JIC. Also, you can get us at the Journey Into Comics network at journeyintocomics.com. Also, go to our Patreon. You can throw us $1. You get early access to all the shows on our network. As soon as they are done being exported and edited, they go directly to you, the listener, before anybody else gets them on the regular scheduled release date, as the JIC calendar will show you. But you can't see that yet because I haven't made it yet. But soon, it's coming. You guys are going to have a schedule. You can always check out when things are going on the network. Also, $3 on the Patreon gets you exclusive content and early access exclusive content like the Montreal Screwjob special that Brando and I did, celebrating 20 years since the Montreal Screwjob. And more stuff like that to come for sure. That's all I have today, Brando. Anything else you want to throw in here for WrestleMania?
Man, I'm so excited to actually sit back and watch the show, do my yearly tradition of the WrestleMania wings.
I think I'm going to steal your tradition tomorrow and maybe order Buffalo Wild Wings for myself.
Dude, for me, it's always like random. I don't know what I'm going to do. I've got a Wins Etc. gift card that I have not used. I might do that. Or I might make them like I did a few years ago when you came down and when I made 3 crock pots, slow cookers worth of wings that were like different styles.
Oh, hell yeah. They were delish. Delish, Brando. All right, man. Well, you want to wrap it up for us, bro?
Well, guys, thank you guys so much for listening. We look forward to getting back with you on Wednesday. And until then, I've been Brando.
I'm Nate.
Let's have an awesome WrestleMania, guys. Have a good one.
Woo!